bottom of your screens. Do call us, share your views about this appalling instance that has now come to the fore from Saharanpur in Uttar Pradesh. Our first caller is with us on this broadcast from Belagavi. Ajay, I believe, is on the line. Yes, sir, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Ajay, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You're on the air. Go ahead.
On the TV. Yeah. It is. It's a very big shame on our country. Even a normal person, you can't serve food in toilets. It's a big shame. You have to take action on the department. You better show to our Prime Minister Modi. It will be better. I think so.
Absolutely, action needs to be taken. Ajay, thank you so much for calling in with your views. Pranshu, my colleague, continues to be with us. Meanwhile, now, Pranshu, the chorus for action is only growing. Like you said, the official concern has been suspended, but there's more that needs to be done.
Yes, that's right. In fact, the sort of footages they are, you can clearly see the urinals behind exactly at the spot where the food is being cooked. So this incident, doesn't just could be called off, or we can say that the appropriate action has been done with just one head rolling. The point here is that, as one of the the players was also pointing out, that it is all about how the sports associations are actually performing, how the local authorities on the ground are performing, and therefore this case is such where I think the government of the day, that is Yogi government, should send out a strong message in terms of the action taken, in terms of suspending the people, in terms of holding the officers and the sports association accountable. After all, some sort of participation fees should have been taken from the players who are coming. The government should have ensured proper accommodation for them, hygienic conditions to eat and sleep for them. That has not been done, and therefore just suspending a sports officer, I think, is not an enough action. We have recently seen that how the state government has brought in a very senior officer at the helm of the department, that is an ACS level officer has been appointed as the principal secretary of sports department, and immediately after that all these things happening. So I think the government clearly needs to look back, and therefore after airing these footages, showing up this shameful, appalling story, I think the government would be probably deciding to take some more serious action apart from just ordering an ADM level inquiry into this case.
Absolutely, an ADM level inquiry is not going to cut any ice, and Pranshu, like we were discussing earlier, this perhaps could snowball into a political fight as well, because the assembly session is taking place. We saw the kind of protest the Samajwadi Party led yesterday, and this is just going to give them more ammunition against the Yogi government.
Yes, that's right. In fact, these sort of footages clearly blow out the steam out of any claims you make about the good governance, ensuring proper, attention to the sports and the sports activities. So what has surfaced from Saharanpur, that clearly exposes that what a rot is still continues as far as our sports policy is concerned, as a policy of nurturing young athletes is concerned, and all this is coming from the state, which claims to putting the various.
Right, sorry to interrupt you there. ADM of Saharanpur RK Mishra is with us on the phone line. So धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने के लिए. ये वीडियो सामने आ रही है, ये कैसे हुआ, ये कैसे हो सकता है? राकेश मिश्रा जी?
जी हाँ बताएं.
हाँ जी, ये वीडियो सामने आ रही है मिश्रा जी.
ये कुछ ऐसे वीडियोज आए हुए हैं जिसके संबंध में जिलाधिकारी महोदय द्वारा संज्ञान लेकर के मुझे जांच अधिकारी बनाया गया है. मुझसे 3 दिन में रिपोर्ट मांगी गई है. फिलहाल अभी आज मुझे मौके पे जाना है और आज मैं अभी जा रहा हूँ थोड़ी देर में. वहाँ जाकर के मौके पे जो भी स्थिति होती है और देख करके फिर मैं रिपोर्ट दूंगा और उसके बाद फिर कुछ कह पाने की स्थिति में रहूंगा.
जी बिल्कुल, आप तथ्य तो देखेंगे जब आप वहां जाएंगे, लेकिन जो वीडियो सामने आ रही हैं उसमें साफ साफ दिख रहा है हुआ क्या. आपको क्या लगता है, कौन जिम्मेदार है इसके लिए?
अब तो जब जा करके जब पूरा देखूंगा, पूरी रिपोर्ट बनाऊंगा, वहां पे जो भी खिलाड़ी आए हुए हैं उनसे जो भी और भी कोचेज वगैरह हैं उनसे बयान लेने के बाद फिर कुछ कह पाने की स्थिति में मैं रहूंगा.
जी, आप कोचेस और प्लेयर से तो बात करेंगे सर, लेकिन ये कंप्लेंट की गई थी. ऐसे भी कहा जा रहा है कि जब किसी प्लेयर ने कंप्लेंट की तो जो स्पोर्ट्स अधिकारी थे या कॉम्प्लेक्स के जो अधिकारी थे उन्होंने बिल्कुल नासुनी कर दी. उन्होंने कहा कि ये हो ही नहीं सकता, जबकि वीडियोस हैं.
अभी फिलहाल मुझे इस बारे में जानकारी नहीं है और मैं फिलहाल जब तक पूरी मामले की जांच नहीं कर लेता हूं कुछ कह पाने की स्थिति में मैं नहीं रहूंगा. पूरा जांच करने के बाद फिर आप मुझसे बात करिएगा, फिर मैं आपको जो भी तथ्य होंगे उनके बारे में बता पाऊंगा.
जी बस मैं आखिरी सवाल पूछना चाहूंगी आरके मिश्रा जी. आई नो आप इसके बाद आपकी फैक्ट फाइंडिंग मिशन शुरू होगी, 3 दिन में आपको रिपोर्ट सबमिट करनी है। लेकिन जो तथ्य दिख रहे हैं ऑन एयर, जो वीडियोस वायरल हो रही हैं, उसमें साफ दिख रहा है क्या हुआ। टॉयलेट के फ्लोर पे खाना रखा हुआ था, वो खाना उनको वहां परोसा गया, वो खाना वहां बना था, कहीं और बना था, जहां भी बना था क्लियरली अनहाइजीनिक कंडीशंस में बना था। फैक्ट्स ऑफ कोर्स आएंगे कि कौन कौन जिम्मेदार था, बट एट द मोमेंट आपको क्या लगता है कि एज अ मेजर टू बिल्ड कॉन्फिडेंस अमंग दीज प्लेयर्स क्या करना चाहिए?
मैडम, जब तक मैं जांच नहीं कर लेता हूँ, मेरी बात तो आप समझने की कोशिश करिए कि जब तक प्रॉपर जांच नहीं कर लिया जाता है तब तक ऐसे कुछ फैक्ट फाइंडिंग हवा में नहीं दिया जा सकता है। जब तक मैं जांच कर लूंगा, पूरी जांच रिपोर्ट अपनी मैं डीएम साहब को सबमिट करूंगा, उसके बाद फिर मैं कुछ बता पाने की स्थिति में आपको रहूंगा।
जी आर के मिश्रा जी, धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने के लिए। दैट्स द एडीएम ऑफ सहारनपुर who will be leading that fact finding mission to figure out what exactly transpired, even though the videos pretty much make it clear of what would have transpired. But who is really responsible? Is suspension of the officer enough? That is something that the ADM is going to ascertain, and CNN News 18 will be getting you the very latest as that probe happens as well. But Pranchu continues to be with me, and we're also taking your calls live here on this broadcast. The numbers are flashing at the bottom of your screens. Do call us, do share your views, and do tell us what you expect now from the Yogi Adityanath government, BJP government, which on more occasions than one has been hailing India's sportspersons, has been wanting to make their life easy so they can win laurels for the country. This clearly is not the way to go. More news now coming in, and now we're being told that the district sports officer in Saharanpur, Animesh Saxena, has been suspended following these reports, following these videos that went viral of food that was being served to the players on the floor of the toilet of the sports complex. Pranchu Mishra has been getting us the details of this suspension. This perhaps is the first action that has now been taken. The district sports officer has been shunted. But Pranchu, in 3 days, when the ADM does submit a report, the expectation is more heads will roll.
Well, yes, we should hope so that once the report is over, the probe is over, more heads should roll. But meanwhile, the district sport officer, of course, has been placed under suspension. But here it's not just the case of an ADM level probe. The sort of mindset which these footages have exposed, I think it is very open and shut case. An ADM taking 3 days of time to investigate into this matter, that might actually also be an attempt to somehow to see and wait that things actually die down, the heat dies down around this incident. I think what's more important is that the state government here should send out a message seeing what has actually transpired, and prima facie taking the cognizance of the footages that are now being aired here on CNN News 18. So the point here is that, yes, the sports officer has been suspended, but this story is about the larger neglect, and the neglect which generally happens when it comes to, treating with our sports stars, treating with our players generally across the various streams. Saharanpur, in Saharanpur case, fortunately, the footages have come out, but we all know that this is how our players are treated in an improper way, in an insulting way, generally across tournaments which happened across various districts and different states. So I think it's in high time that this particular case should be treated as a government to set up a high example so that no other players is forced to face such sort of insult and humiliating situation.
Absolutely, it is a humiliating situation. It is also coming at a time when India is pushing forth, making its mark on the world stage. We've seen several sporting events, Pranchu, in the recent past where India has won laurels. India has broken records as well. At such a time, for such an appalling story to come out is definitely demotivating to young aspirational sports persons.